Well, I'm delighted to be joined on Panthers TV in association with Jeremias Chimney Systems by new signing forward Adam Johnson. Adam, welcome to the Panthers. What was it about this in the chapter of your career that made you want to come to the Elite League UK and specifically the Nottingham Panthers?
Yeah, it just looks like a really good spot to be. I heard some good things about it. I heard there's a nice rink. Been seeing a lot of good players starting to go to that league, and my girlfriend and I thought it'd be a pretty cool place to live. So we were excited about the opportunity and looking forward to it.
I wonder how much, you've spoken to Omar Pasha and Jonathan Paraday about sort of the philosophies, and I think they're very clear how they want the team to play. How much you've been able to sort of glean from your conversations?
Yeah, we only had a couple quick chats, but it sounds like they really want to play fast, pretty offensive, and sounds like it should be a fun style of hockey. So I'm looking forward to doing it.
And what about, coming to an English speaking country? You've obviously played in Europe and, as recently as last year in Germany. How important is it for the lifestyle? I know it's about the hockey, but does that come into your consideration as well?
Yeah, I think it'll be nice. Germany, obviously, most people do know English, but there was a good amount that didn't, so it made some interactions difficult. But it was fun to experience. But yeah, it'll be a little easier now that everyone knows English, and I think it'll make it a little more smooth of a year.
I'm sure we'll sit down and talk once you arrive, but in a nutshell, how did you get into hockey? Was it always in the blood?
Yeah, my dad and my uncle both played at the college I went to, so ever since I was young, it was kind of just something we all did. Especially being in Minnesota, it's kind of the hockey state of the U.S. They say so. Pretty much everyone around here is a big hockey player, and so yeah, I've been doing it since I was really young.
And just touch on your professional career. You came straight out of the NCAA into to one of the best leagues in the world in the AHL. How was that transition for you?
It was tough. The AHL is a pretty tough league. Obviously, you go from playing college kids to playing grown men. Some of them 30, 35 years old. They've been playing their whole life too. So it's a tough transition because it's a lot bigger, a lot stronger. Obviously, college is a good league, but it's quite a big jump going up to the professional leagues. So it was big. It took a little bit to get used to it and kind of transition, but yeah, it was a fun league to play in, and yeah, it was a good time.
Spoken to many players about the AHL, and they've talked about obviously the grind of everyone in there wanting that NHL chance. Yours came about obviously in a few spells with Pittsburgh, but just how was it with that? Just talk me through your feelings. When you got that NHL chance.
Yeah, it was a grind. It took almost 2 years of playing in the AHL before I finally got that chance. Everyone wants it. That's why it's such a tough league because everyone there is fighting for just a few spots. So it was a tough couple years, but it all pays off when you get that opportunity, and it's a pretty cool experience. So like I said, obviously quite the grind, but it's a pretty rewarding experience as well.
You've also had a year in the Swedish Hockey League, which obviously again is another top league in the world. Very competitive, very probably skilled. How was the transition from maybe the AHL and the SHL, which to me probably feel quite different?
Yeah, it was a tough league. I would kind of had the idea in my head that all European leagues were pretty offensive, a lot of scoring and everything. I didn't know too much about it. And when I got there, I realized pretty quickly the Swedish league is quite defensive. Obviously, a ton of good players, but I think one thing they really preach is defense and trying to keep it low scoring and shutting down the other team. So it was a bit of a transition there as well. It was tough to kind of get used to that style of play and the big sheet of ice as well. But yeah, it's a very good league. It's a really tough league, especially to score goals. So that was a good stepping stone in my career as well, just to kind of get that experience under my belt.
Do you develop as a player, but by playing in these leagues, and do you maybe develop in different ways? Obviously, you had the best league in the world, the NHL, the grind of the AHL. You've talked about the SHL. You're coming from another different league in Germany in the DEL. Do you develop as a player in different ways as you get those experiences?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's all different styles of hockey, and you play for a lot of different coaches and with a lot of different players of all of all styles. So I think, yeah, I think each year, even if you're playing in the same league, you kind of develop and learn as you go. But playing in all those different leagues, you kind of learn that much more and just kind of see different styles of hockey. And so, yeah, I think it helps to kind of round out your game playing in all those different styles.
And just finally, before we finish, you talk about that you've had a look at the elite league and you've done some research. Do you know much about Nottingham that you're coming to, and the elite league as a whole? How much you've been able to sort of find out from the research you've done?
I don't know a lot, honestly. What I've seen about Nottingham has been all good. It sounds like it's kind of the sports capital of, I don't know, of all of UK or that area or whatever. I've heard it's a pretty big sports town. Looks like a very nice city, and I've heard pretty good things about it. I don't know much about the league. I had one of my coaches last year was Peter Russell, and he's obviously a coach in that league. I think he coached in the past, and now it looks like he's coming back again this year. So he talked a bit about it, and I've heard it's a good league. I heard it's really coming around where more and more good players are going there, and seems like everyone who's played there has liked it. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity to play there.
Yeah, you're right there. You'll be coming up against Pete Russell, who obviously is the GB coach and will coach Cardiff for next season. Does that kind of add
Okay.
an extra bite for you that you'll be coming up against one of your former coaches?
Yeah, it'll be fun to play against them and to see him. I only played for him for about a half a season, but I really enjoyed playing for him. He's a great guy, and I'm looking forward to getting to play against him and to see him again.
Brilliant. Thanks for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you soon, Adam.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.